Then, shall we start? Okay, fine. So yesterday we are at this location, this position, and we are basically created this program. Let me first show you the output. This is the program that we did. Whenever someone press this bag, it will redirect to one website. This we did yesterday. Fine. Okay. So next, can you build this small application? Let me show you the codes. So yesterday, this is your yesterday's code. 1 minute. Or for simplicity, let me just delete everything from here so that all the code will put it in one place. So let's say I'm typing here google.com. Okay. So this is your yesterday's code. Take the reference of this code and can you come up with this kind of project? Let's bring the code side by side. This is my output. This is my code. Can you build it like this? So let me explain what are the components here. So first you will see here, you can say you can use it like H1 tag or H2 tag or anything, right? After that, again, this is your H3 tag. Maybe you can take it as three tags, these three. And now this is your image, but this image is clickable. If you press this image, it will send you to the Google Doc. If you press this image, it will send you to the YouTube. If you press this image or you will click this image, it will send it to the Facebook account, right? So this kind of small a mini project that we wanted to do. Can you just write? And this is a code. This is the yesterday's code. Take the reference of this code and just try to build this kind of like page, web page, right? So I'm giving you, let's say, 4 minute, and first, let me I'm giving you 4 minutes. Just try to do it. After 4 minutes, I will give you the solution. But my system is start lagging. This is your code. It is very, very simple. You will use anchor tag 3 times. Yes. And inside that anchor tags, you will place an image. Okay. So now let us start building. Okay. So now what I want here. So first let's create a program file. Let's say this is my, or let's say mini project 2. Mini project 2.html. Right? So here again, we are starting from HTML. We open the HTML, we'll close the HTML. After that, we start with the head. We open the head, we close the head. And after that, we'll say body, open it, and then close it. And after that, we will put a title here, right? And let's say this title, uh, let's say my website. Or let's say I'm giving important website. Anything title you can give. Fine. After that, I want here, if you see our requirement here, we show you. So what I want here first, we want a 3 headlines. Let's make them enter. First, we want, this is my first headline. And after that, we want 3 sub headlines. You can also use here paragraphs, but let's take headlines. Let's say this is my H3, this is also my H3, this is also my H3. You can take it as H1 or you can take it as H2. First, let's build this structure. Now, let's come to the VS Code. And here, the first thing I will say, let's say H1 tag. So I'll say my favorite websites, right? Okay, now let's observe. Let's see the output first. So this is my favorite. So we are getting my favorite website. Now next we have to add 3 subheadlines. Okay. So here I will say, let's say H2. And first I will say, let's say Google. But there is a difference in the font. Okay, first let's see. Okay, let me just explain you. Uh, Font will change. See, let's say, okay, I think this concept is a little, you don't know. So let's say this is your H1. Now check this font. Okay, first this is my 200x. This is your font, right? When I use the H1, instead of this, if I make it as H2, yes, it's working. So if I take here H2, now you will see the font decreases. If I use, let's say here H3, again, you will see font decreases, right? If you wanted to do the comparison, let's say, I'll put it 6 times. So we have from H1 to H6 time. Let's make it H2, H3, H4 till H6, H6. Okay, 2 I put 2 times. H6, right? Exact same text is here, but I have using different H tags. Now let's observe, right? So different font size we are getting. So this is the output of your H1. This is your H2, H3, and so on, right? Till H6. Fine. Okay. So now let's start building it. So we'll delete this part. And now here I will take something called H2. You can take H3 or anything, whatever font size you want. First, I will say here, let's say first google.com. One dot Google, right? Next, let's say I took here H2 and 2 dot, let's say YouTube. Okay. After that, let's say Facebook, right? Third is Facebook. Facebook. Okay, right? Perfectly. Now, next here, you wanted to place one image below this, right? For image, we have one tag which is called img tag, right? And also we wanted to make this clickable. So there is one more thing which is called anchor tag. Anchor tag. This is your anchor tag. This makes your tag clickable. So here what I will do, I'll use first a tag, open this a tag, and then close this a tag. Right? Now inside this, I will use something called an image. Right? And after that, next we have to pass some source here. So I'll do the exact same thing. I'll copy and paste it 3 times. Okay, let's go step by step. Otherwise, you might we get confused. Right? Okay. So inside the anchor tag, we put one image. Next, I wanted to put the source here. So we use source property. Now here I have to give what image I want. Right? So let's go to the web here and just download some images. So let's say first I want the Google logo. I'll go here and I like this logo, just click it here. Or let's say I want 300 cross 300. I want this logo. Okay, now this is 300 cross 300. I like this one. Let's copy it and come to the VS Code. So let's paste it here. And now I'm changing the name to, let's say, Google. This is my Google. The Google is already there. Let's say Google one. Okay, so next I will download it for a YouTube. You can directly give it the image link, right? But giving the image link will increase. It will go outside of the window. So okay, so now let's take this one, copy this image. Let's paste it here, and this is my YouTube. Let's change the name to YT. Next, let's take a Facebook.
వాళ్ళతో కలిసి లంచ్ చేసి మా ఇద్దరికి చెప్పింది మళ్ళీ చాలా సార్లు చెప్పింది అదేం చేసి
Okay, fine. So
Just reduce the size of the
what?
Google size.
Width and height. Use the width and height.
No, should I raise? Do you think?
Your wish. Like. Okay, so this is Facebook. Let's rename it to FB. Right? So what we did, we have downloaded the 3 images from internet, and next let's start writing our code. I'll- Okay, so the first thing, I'll give here the Google. So my name here google1.png. Fine. I'll copy exact same thing and I will paste it to our next line. And this is my YouTube. And the name I have given Whiting. And next, this is my Facebook. FB. Right. So we will go step by step. So currently, any confusion in this part? So any confusion in this part? This headline, this headline 2, and inside this, we have just given use the A tag, right? First, let's run it and see the output. See, this is your output, right? But now it is not clickable. If you click it, it will not redirect to any another page, right? So what we will do? Huh?
Image source.
Image source. This image source you want. So this I have downloaded from internet. So I go to internet and I just download it. Just close this tab. See, just look for like Facebook logo 300 cross 300. You get anything. After that, just click. Let's say you like this one. You click it here. After that, just go to this image, right click, and you will see there is one option called copy image. Just click here and go to then VS Code. And after that, let's say I wanted to place here, just click anywhere. And next, Control plus V. A pop-up will appear and you can just paste it, right? And paste it and rename it. Fine. Next, give it here. Fine. Okay. So after this, how can I make it clickable? H reference. Let's give the link https google.com. Right? Okay. So what I will do here, I'll copy exact same thing and I'll paste it here. I'll paste it here also. Right? Let's make it as YouTube and this as Facebook. Okay. Now let's see our output. Okay. Now it is clickable. When I click it, it will redirect me to the next page. Google. It is redirecting me to the YouTube. Right? And it is Facebook. It is redirecting me to the Facebook. Right? I will not show you the YouTube and the Facebook feed. Okay. So now, okay, but now there is one problem. The problem is that when I click here, it is opening here only. I wanted to open in the like next page or next tab. So what property we will use? Target.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll use property called target underscore blank. And we'll use property for all the all components. See, when I click it here, it is opening in the next tab. For this also, next tab. For Facebook also, It is going to next tab, right? Okay. And after this, you will feel key, but your font size is very small. Is respect to your this image, right? You wanted to resize this image. So in that case, you will use something called height and the width. So this will go inside this, or it will go inside the image. Where you will put inside the image or here? Yes, inside the image we have property. So first I'll say width, and the width, let's say you will 50 cross 50, it will work, right? Let's put the height here. Make it also a 50. Now let's copy this property, and I can use this property everywhere. Now let's observe the output. Huh?
Is it necessary to pixel the pixel?
Pixels. It's not compulsory. I think
There is a default.
when you will do this CSS, that time it's important. But without the pixels also it will read. But in the CSS, it is necessary to give pixels. Okay, you got this output, right? Next, you will say, ki, but I don't like this. I wanted to put it in like horizontal line, right? But that part comes under CSS, right? We'll see later. So as of now, like simple project will do. And this is the code. Show you. Now, any properties is like confusing for you. I'll write a notes here so that you will not get confused. So this is your anchor tag. This anchor tag has few properties. First property you see here, H reference. Second property, target. Right? Like a same way, if you see here, your image also has few properties. First, we have SRC properties. Second, we have width, height. We also have alt. Right? You know what is alt? Alternative text. Right? Somehow, if any reason this image is not loading, so that text will appear. Right? So for example, let's say as of now, by mistake, I say GWGLE, right? If you see this, now this is a broken image. But whenever there is a broken image, I wanted to display some text here. So in that case, I can use something called alt. ALT, I'll say this is my Google logo. Now see. Now see, you're getting something called Google logo. Right? Okay, now let's fix it. Let's say Google. Okay, so any confusion here in this? Fine. So now let's come to our next part. So in the next part, we are going to learn about HTML list. Like what are the list? In the HTML list, we have an order list, unordered list. Let me bring for you. Okay. Fine. So we are going to learn about HTML list. In that HTML list, we have few things. First, we have an order list. Then we have an unordered list. And next, we have description list. So these notes I will share it to you so that it will be easy for you to like do any kind of revision. Right? So basically in the HTML list, so you have mainly three types of list. First, you have order list, unordered list, and then you have a description list, right? So, and the tag for an order list is OL. So tag for order list, you have OL. Tag for unordered list, you have UL, right? Now the difference here is that order list basically gives you the number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Let's say items, you put the items. Order in the order list, it will give you the number here, right? But in the unordered list, it will not give you the number. It will give you something like this, right? Okay. And after that, there is one more tag which is called LI. LI means list items. Fine. Okay. So first, let's summarize it one more time. So now we are learning order list and an unordered list. In the order list, the tag you have OL, and in the unordered list, you have tag something called UL, right? And after that, you have one more tag which is called LI, list items, right? Okay. So now let us start with first our order list here, right? Or let's start with first unordered list. So I'll come to the VS Code, and here I'll create one folder here. Let's say this is my HTML list, so that I'll put all the code separately. Let's say this is my 4.html list. Fine. Let's say this is my program 1.html. Fine. Okay. So what is the basic code that we have to write? What is the basic code? HTML head. Okay, let's put title here also. Let's put list. Next, and then we close the book. This is the basic structure. Now let's understand about unordered list first. Then we'll come to the order list. In the unordered list, the tag that you're going to use here, which is called UL. You open the UL and you close the UL, unordered list. After that, you want to place some, let's say, element inside this. So you will say LI, right? You open the LI and you just close this LI. So let's say here I want few items. First, I want an apple. Again, you created one more list item. Second, let's say I want, say, banana, right? Third, again, list items. Let's say mango. Fourth, let's say again kiwi. Again, you do the list item, and let's say you want one orange. After that, close this list item. Okay. So this syntax is very simple. So first thing, you open the unordered list, and then okay, first you see the output. Then I'll come to like code explanation. First, just observe the output. Now, this is your output. Apple, banana, orange, mango. And this is example of unordered list. Right? Unordered list. And you will observe here, you have bulletin point, not number. Right? Okay, so now let's come to our code. Let's understand the code, what we have just did here. So first, for unordered list, you will use this tag, which is called unordered list, OL, right? You open the OL and after that you close this tag, right? And after that, you wanted to list some items. So for listing the items, we have list item. You open it and then you close it. Now, whatever you will write in this between, it will place it there. Again, I want one more item. I want to place one more item. So I can add banana. I can add mango. I can add a kiwi and like so on, right? Next, if you also wanted to add some more list here, you can simply write it like this. Yes.
For non-PPT, continuously we can write with the help of comma.
Okay, so let's write it. So this time it will come in the single line. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is actually a good question. I'll show you. Okay, let us not touch this thing. I'll copy this and I'll paste it to the next line, right? So are you saying we have to remove this also? Like you want to use only one time? Okay, let's give the comma. You want to place it like this or in the horizontal line?
Right.
Like this only. Okay. So now what it will do, so there is only one list item. It will consider as this is a flat string, right? See, only how many bulletin point it will appear? Just once. See, just once bulletin point it is appearing, right?
So instead of using this item so many times, we can we use only one time and get in such a order, particular order.
That you need
Only
to.
by using the one.
We can use JavaScript for that. We basically run a loop, continuously send the data. We can use the JavaScript, right?
So here there is no possibility. We have to do list one by one.
Just find out the possibility. If you find out, tell me also. Okay, so let's remove this part, right? So this is how it will list the item. This is unordered list, right? Now let's talk about the ordered list here. Now the code and everything exactly same. See, I'm just copying the entire code here. I will create a new file and I will paste the exact code. Let's say this is program2.html, right? I have pasted the entire code here. Now, if you check this, currently this is your output of unordered list. Now you wanted to convert it into the ordered list. So the only one thing you have to change here from UL to OL. That's it. From UL to OL and everything will be same. Matt? Okay, there are a few questions. Actually, you cannot use A1 and the A2. This is only for like H1, H2, H3 you can only use. This is Bhanu Prashad. Okay. Using an order list also it is getting in order list only according to the code. Okay, fine. So let us see. Let's see. Now let's say you wanted to convert it into an order list. So in that case, let me just put this. Okay. In that case, we just have to say like this. Now let's come to the code and you will see we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, so this is the example, and after that, exactly same. I mean, the unordered list, order list, both are like very simple. So next, our next topic is description list. Let me show you. The next topic we have is a description list, right? So for the description list, what you will do here, we will use a tag, something called DL, right? The tag you are using here, DL. Now inside the DL, you will use something called DT. This is a term, or you can say a headline, right? So for example, let me give you the scenario. So let's say you wanted to create a description list, something like this. You wanted to create first, let's say Apple list, and also you wanted to put some description about this Apple, right? Let's say again, you will create one list called mango and you put some description here. Again, just ignore this spelling mistake. Again, let's say you put here kiwi. I wanted to put one description here, right? So that's why for this reason, we are using a description list. It is in the list, but also you are trying to put some description.
Sir, it is used in description is used in either in ordered or unordered.
Yes, it will be, let's see, I think it will give you an order only. Let's see. Or it will not give you any bulletin point or anything. You can manually add 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right? You can say key 1 dot apple, 2 dot mango, 3 dot. Like this, it will not give you any, let's say it will not give you dot, it will not give you any number, right? Okay. So do you understand? You are making a list. Along with that, you also want a description. Fine. So the tag that you are going to use here, first, a DL tag for description list, right? Now, inside this, you have two more tags. This is called your description items, right? You can say it as DT, or you can say this simply description terms, right? Now, inside of this is called DD, a description of a terms, right? So let me just write it here. So whenever interviewer asks you about a description list, think about there is only 3 tags, DD, DT, as well as DL.
What is DD?
So DD is basically a description. If you wanted to give this kind of description, you will use a DD.
Like a paragraph.
Like a paragraph. You want to give a paragraph, let's say description term you have given, DT means description term. Let's say term you have given something called apple. Using this DD tag, you will say ki it is good for apple. Eating 1 apple a day makes a person healthy. This kind of description, right?
So it will be helped as a subset of a
Yes.
DL.
Yes.
DD.
It will be a subset of this one. Right? Now, let's say how we can build this one. Now let's come to the VS Code. And now I'll create one more program here. Program 3.html. First, let's say HTML here. Let's quickly write head. Let's give some title here. And let's give a list. And then close the title. Body tag and close the body tag. Right? Always remember, whenever you want to display anything on your web page, you will put it inside the body, right? Always. Okay. Now we are learning something called like a description list. Let's say I wanted to create something called first Python, and I wanted to give a small description of the Python. Then I will create one more description term, let's say HTML. I will create short description of what is HTML, right? Okay. Now to create an order list, what tag we have used? Order list, OL. For unordered list, UL. For a description list, it is a DL, right? Simple. For description list, you will say DL. Now, inside this DL, you have two more tags. You have DD tags and you have DT tags. So first, you will say a DT tags. This is for your term.
No.
Let's say you are saying Python, right? Or let's say first, let's come to the very basic thing. Let's say you don't want to put any description here. You can leave the DT for now. I'll come to that part also, but let's say, so here I have used only two tags, DL as well as the DT. So here let's make it as HTML, change it to CSS. Let's say JavaScript. Next, let's say Bootstrap. Let's say Bootstrap, right? Now, first, let me show you the output. And this is your, what is that? And this is your output, right? It is not giving you any dot. It is not giving you the number, right? Okay. So as of now, I haven't used the description. I just use the term here, right? Now let's introduce the description also. So for the description, we will use a DD. Let's use this DD. Open this DD and just close this DD, right? After that, let's write it anything. Let's say Python is one of the most demanding skills in market, right? If I do any spelling mistake, just please ignore it. Fine. So we got the description here just for the Python, right? Let's say I want for HTML also, right? For that also, below there, I'll say DD, and let's write it here. Hypertext markup language, right? And let's put something called good for making web pages. Fine. Okay. Next, let's see. This is Python and this is a description, right? Let's add it for CSS, JavaScript as well as the Bootstrap. So CSS again we will say, okay, let's give some spacing so that you will easily get it. DD, open it, close it. So what was that? Cascading style sheet, right? Let's say good for web, yeah, web design. Okay, just ignore. Okay. So next, let's see. Right? Next, like a same way, you can do it for like this JavaScript also. You'll simply say DD, and after that, let's say a programming language. Just ignore the spelling mistake of programming for making websites interactive. Okay, so now let's see. You got it? Now let's write it for the bootstrap. Okay, so for bootstrap, I'll say lifeline of all the web developer. All the web developer. Okay, just ignore developer. Fine. So this is how you will create a description list. So do you remember the tags? What is the tag for this description? Simple DT. And what for this? This one? DD for like description, right? DT. For this, we have a DT, description term. And outside of it, what we have to write? This is a description. Okay, I'll write the syntax. So first, you will say DL, right? You close it, you open it, and then you close the description list. And inside this, you will do things. First, DT, and after that, you have DD. Right? So these are some basic and very important some tags. Right? And this is the code. Let's try it out. Try this code. You can also create a nested list inside list. Can you try it like nested list? Let's say first outside you bring some order list. Order list come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inside that, you want some unordered list. For example, you went for shopping and you note down some of the list. Let's say for the grocery, and you divide it in some category. On first category, you said grocery. In that grocery, you said, ki, okay, I want milk, I want sugar, I want like say curd, different list. Next, you create, let's say fashion, and in that, let's say you want shoe, shirts, pants, and again you created one more, let's say third, different categories, right? Just can you just write it out. First, write this code. After that, try this and right. If you understand the structure, it will be very easy for you. Correct. Done. This code done. Okay. Now can you create a nested list? Nested list. Nested list. List inside the list. Can you try it? Huh?
Can you show the example?
Okay. Okay, I'll show you the example. I wanted to build something like this. I want to build something like this. Yeah, this one. Okay, let me just zoom it a little bit. Okay, you can stretch it. Okay, this one is your H1 or H2, whatever you can take. And let's say this one you took H3. This one also you took H3. Inside everyone order list, right? Ah. First try this, right? After that, we will convert the same code into a nested list, right? So whatever the plan you said, this is not a nested list, right? The plan is correct. You put the headline H3, S3, S3, and inside this, right? We'll convert your code only into the nested list, right? Now get this output. Done? Huh? What? You want numbers? Where?
This is the order list, but not the list. Not the list.
Like, what's your output? Foil is for order list.
So if we get that order, we get the order list, we get.
Tag in.
Did you close the tag? OL tag? And inside this, you will use uh, list items. Have you tried LI? Okay, I think you have used DT.
DD.
You use DT, right? DL, you use DL. I think DL you have used.
Wait, see.
Sure. Okay. Align use list items. Volumes order is description basis. So here you will say daily. I'll show you part.
Can you use your, is it individual?
Okay, can we see?
It's on.
Now let's see how we can build it, right? So I wanted to build it something like this, whatever in this screenshot. So now I'll create a new program here. Let's say or let's say I'm saying mini project, and this is my third. Okay, so let's go step by step what we have to do first. First, just write this. Let me just quickly write the structure here. Okay, so now the first thing what we required here, if you see the screenshot, first it is showing my daily routine, right? So I'll create one, let's say H2 tag, and here I will say my first or my daily routine. My daily routine, right? Okay. And after that, we want some headlines here. So let's take H3 headline. And inside this H3 headline, so first I will say this is my morning tasks, right? And next, I will just copy the same thing and paste it 4 times. So because first this is morning task, this is my afternoon task. After that, this is my evening task. Next, this is my night task, right? Let's see. Okay. Along with that, I also want to see the output. 1 minute, it is loading. Okay, so we got it. Here our headlines, then sub headlines. Now between this, we wanted to put an order list, right? Now let's see. So whenever you talk about an order list, you will use two things here. What are the two tags for the order list? First, OL. You use the order list. Now inside this, you will list item. You will say LI for list items, right? First, let's say morning, you will say wake ups. What's the next? Wake up, exercise, breakfast, check email, and start work or study. Okay, so now let's write here. So second thing, you do exercise. So third thing, you do breakfast. Fourth thing, you check your email. Fifth thing, start working / study. Fine. Now, if you see our output, this is your output. Okay, this entire thing should go in the morning. So, let's cut it from here and paste it. See, we have created this. Now, same thing you will create. Now, exact same thing. Order list. I'm just copying the entire code here and I'm pasting below our this afternoon task, right? In the afternoon task, we have something called take lunch. Uh, let's say you do the lunch, continue your work. Got it? Continue work or whatever you're doing. Let's say study if you're doing, right? Attend meeting or let's say class. And after that, you go for like short break. Or you just walk a little bit. Right? Done? So like this way, you can add more code here. Let me just, so let's say in the evening also, you will add few things here. Let's say this evening. And after that, in the night. Now let's see our output. So this is completed. I'll show you the code. So this is a code. It will not fit in the single window. Okay. Is this font visible to everyone? This font is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we haven't did much. So there's a repetition of your code. You know, if we bring JavaScript here, your code will become very shorter. Now you will see we have written here approx 38 line of code. If we bring the JavaScript, the code become even shorter. I think within 10 line, 10 is like more. Within 7-8 line of code, you will write it. Done? Okay. Okay. So now next, let's understand about nested list. So basically, you create one list and you will put another list inside, right? Okay. So now let's create a shopping list. And first, I'll write here an order list. And inside this, we'll keep on adding order list, right? Okay, so let's say I'm giving this as a program code.html. Okay, so let's write a code. Again, we'll start from HTML. We take it head. We take it the title. And let's say this is my, let's take the list only. Next, let's take body and close this body. Okay, fine. So I wanted to make something like this. I'll give you one example. So let's say on the top, I want something called shopping list, right? And after that, I wanted to create first an unordered list. Basically, in the unordered list, what I will give here, I will give something called fruits. And here I wanted to get something called, or let's make do one thing. Let's make outside as order list. And after that, inside this, I want another list which says something called apple, orange, and few items. Take another order list and let's say this time a vegetable. So let's say veggie, right? Now inside this, I want an order list which says, let's say you have to purchase the carrot. You have to purchase, let's say, tomato and like so on. After that, you'll create one more order list. Let's say you'll say dairy product. And here again, you will need something called milk. You'll need curd, right? And like so on. So the hint here is that outside it's an order list. I'll write the structure also. Let's say first you will say order list, right? You open the order list and you close the order list here. Now inside you have to create an unordered list here, right? But your order list has something called li, list items. Again, you will open this list item here and you close the list item here. Now inside this, you have to open an order list here, right? And you close your unordered list here. Again, inside this, you have an li. This might looks, let me just write it neatly. Okay, let me just write it neatly. Now the structure will be something like this. So first you will say order list. We know that order list has something called list items, right? You will say list items, open your list items. After that, you close your list items, right? After that, here you will open one more tag which is called unordered list. Open this unordered list and close this unordered list. And for this unordered list, you have another li, list items. This time the list item something like this. Can you try it like once? Can you just try it? After 5 minutes or let's say 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I will give you the solution. And try it once. You have to create a shopping list, right? So we wanted to create the output something like this. Check the output. This output we wanted to create using the nested list. You use inside what you used? Outside you use order list. What do you use inside?
Order, sir,
DL.
order.
Order, unordered, discussion list. Acha, unordered. But the dot should be come, right? Dot is not coming. Okay, so internet sharing is not turned on. Huh? Bulletins. Okay, you missed one part, right? I'll show you. Okay, so this is my code, right? Let's start writing. Now, outside, what I want here, if I show you our output, outside we have an order list, right? After that, let's write here. First, what's on my top? This is my shopping list. So first, I will take this H1 tag. Next, I will say shopping list. Done. Okay. After that, I want an order list. I'll say OL and just hit enter. We have created an order list. Now inside this, we have to create some unordered list. But before that, inside this, we have something called list item. So I'll say list items. Let's open and close it. And here, this list item, first I will say, let's say fruits. Okay, first I took here fruits. Now here also I have to open a list item. Inside this also I have to say list items. Okay, here inside this, let's take this one, unordered list. Unordered list, right? Now inside this, I'll say list item. I like. Fine. So basically, so first we have fruits. Second, let's say this is my apple. Next, I'm saying let's say mango. Next, let's say banana. Next, let's say orange. Orange, right? Now, exact same thing, we are going to copy it and we are going to paste it. Exact same thing. I'll copy this entire thing and I will paste it here. Next, I will change the name. Let's say this is my vegetables. Fine. After that, on order list, let's give some vegetable name. Let's say carrot. Next, let's say tomato. Let's say potato. Okay, let's take only three. Okay, so again, let's create one more list. So this time I'll say dairy product. And now here we'll say some list items. Let's say I want first milk. I want a curd. Right? Dairy product, what else we have in dairy product? Yogurt. Curd, same. Cheese. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now let's run it. Open live server. You got it. Right? Okay, so if you understand this part, now understanding how to create a table will be very, very simple.
Okay.
Creating a table will be very, very simple. Did you find out? Did you fix this? Okay. Let's say, did I get any admin access? Not able to share my screen here. Okay, no. I don't have admin access. Actually, I don't have a admin access, so I'm not able to share my screen. Anyway, like for today, let's wind up for the today. Yeah. So for today, let's wind up and we'll see you tomorrow. So any doubt here? Right? It's easy, right?
Yes.
A little bit mind-boggling, but it's very, very interesting and the easy. Okay, so let me push that code into that GitHub and you can access it. I will separate this code also. Okay, and Okay, check my GitHub. I have uploaded the code. This is your batch 2 full stack. Go inside the HTML. Okay, so today we have learned about this HTML list and all the code I have just uploaded here. There is one mini project we did and the fourth program we did here. Right, everything I have uploaded on GitHub and you can access it. There's few code. I will arrange it into the like folder. Do you have all of you have this link of this GitHub, right? Okay, I'll also paste the link on chat. Check this. Is it working? Check this URL. It will redirect you to my GitHub page. And from there, you can just download it. And the notes I will also upload. I mean, it's not like notes. Whatever topic we will cover, the slides that I'm showing you, slides also it will cover that consists of what are the topics is you are going to cover, and also some mini project that we are doing in our classrooms. This code is keyword is working, right? Yes. Give me just confirmation.
Got it?